GGC Requiem, we're back with match 3. We are on the play. This seems like a good start. He mulligans to 6. Aether Vials. So I think we're probably playing Hate Bears or Death and Taxes, which is usually a good thing for us. It's possible this is Merfolk, but that's not an ideal start. And I don't think Merfolk even plays basic planes when they splash white. So a couple thoughts here. If we tap for Azuri right now, we're not gaining anything out of him really, other than he eats a bolt, or a path rather, allowing us to get Archdruid in there. However, if we put Archdruid in, it puts a lot of onus on our opponent because he can tap for 4, 7. Depending on what we draw next turn, we might be able to even activate Azuri for a heavy overrun. As it is, I think we go Archdruid. What happens is if we can hardcast Azuri next turn, Archdruid for 5, and we have overrun for 4, 12. Excuse me. Oh geez, sorry. Getting distracted by a dog barking. We would have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think. Judge is familiar. So yeah, it's definitely like a... Alright. Hate Bears / Death and Taxes build. Alright, get the win. I don't know if there's a whole lot I really want to do here. Vitality doesn't do anything. Fraction Gust might be okay if they get a couple whatever you call it. I'm completely blanking here. If they get a couple Aether Vial out there, might be okay. Memoricide doesn't really do anything. Spell Skite at least is a blocker if we fall behind, but we really shouldn't be falling behind theoretically. Adding too many more spells kind of hurts as well. The only thing I could think is possibly Leyline of Vitality, because that would allow us to deal with like Thalia's First Strike. And that's really all I can think of. So I think we're just gonna submit this, keep it as it is, make him think we spent some time doing something, but this seems okay. It could get explosive. We just have to worry that we might fall behind on Collected Company. And when I say fall behind on Collected Company, I just mean Athalia is going to make it cost more. But right now, we're roughly on pace for a turn 3. So there's really not a whole lot of reason to run out more than one Heritage Druid here. We could run it out, but we don't have anything to cast. Again, Thalia's already made it so we're 1 up on our casting. You could end up Aether Vialing in a Judge's Familiar, which would hurt our I don't know what's going on. I'm getting some like random music playing through my headset. Don't know if I'm about to crash or if my opponent is stuck thinking through an Aether Vial play. I mean, the client seems to be somewhat responsive. Perhaps. Yeah, see, the client seems somewhat responsive. Yeah, looks like maybe there was just some lag. So we're certainly not going to run out in front of a Thalia, but we do have the Pendelhaven to try and allow Heritage Druid to block the Thalia. Not familiar with many pumps that this deck would be running. So we don't have to block here, and it might be worth it to not. But he can Aganjo to protect his Thalia. And if he passed in response, I mean, he could have passed anyway. Right. Yeah. It's possible he meant to Leon an Arbiter, or was hoping to Leon an Arbiter and clicked through it. I don't know. All right, perfect. So we're in a spot where we can get the Heritage Druid and hit a Collected Company on top of it. And let me think about this. Once we hit, we could have 2 to 3 creatures up, which would have us 1 up. Actually, I think we're going to use this guy. It's an easy choice. Still don't think there's really any reason to attack here with the Aether Vial up. He could drop in to like a Leon and Arbiter, which I don't know. He is low on cards in hand. I feel like we put the pressure on. I'm trying to think what he can actually drop on us. Everything I think of in this deck, short of dropping a second Thalia with first strike, is a fair trade for us. I just don't think it's necessary here. I feel like we give him more of an advantage than he gets from doing that, but especially considering we have another Collected Company in hand. We have 10 to attack with next turn. Flicker Wisp. Sword of Fire and Ice. 2/2 protection from red and blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage. Okay. Yep. So we're gonna cast Nettle Sentinel. Okay, so probably, I mean, it's pretty clear that it's Azuri and Dwynen's Elite. And we should have overrun then, so we're good. Alright, and that's the match. Again, from my experience, this matchup is just really favorable to Elves. I don't know that I've ever lost, and I get a lot of quick concessions against it as well.